this week's episode of the I Know What I Got cast, etc. Here with me is Benny the Hat, David Goldberg, my very own co-producer, Two Hand Chuck, and I'm your host, Paper and Glasses. So, David, why do they call you David?
My parents picked a Jewish name and Benjamin was already taken.
No, it was because Grandpa Dave.
Oh, right. And my great,
No, just one great.
Wow.
just one great grandfather was
Like the
named.
guy on the statue?
No, but he was a rabbi.
You don't look anything like the guy on the statue.
No, he wasn't a rabbi.
Wasn't he a rabbi?
No.
What
What
guy
am I
on the
thinking?
statue?
Thinking of Grandpa Charles's dad was Grandpa Dave. You were thinking of Grandpa, the other
Grandma Weeze's dad.
uncle. He's uncle.
Oh, talk about
okay.
Pandora's box. Well, on this week, we found out that France actually wins this time.
He was the uncle.
Another toaster, some local repair shops commit mail fraud, and a tragically expensive BMW 7 Series.
Wait a minute.
Oh, tell me more.
We
Hit
talked
us
about
with
the
that again.
BMW.
Hit us with that again.
What?
We talked about the BMW, I thought.
This is potentially a different BMW.
Another big, ugly grill BMW.
Yeah, we talked about the BMW. I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't. I don't know if we did. Did you share that?
The
with
press
Chuck?
car is like
No.
orange and black.
No.
And it
No,
looks
this is
like
totally.
Oh
he's thinking
man,
of the
you
wrong
are
thing.
way off.
That's the.
No,
I know
we keep
which-
this secret.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
a different
All right.
BMW. Don't worry.
Great.
exciting.
So, well,
Just-
I'm more interested. Is it a coupe?
This is the schnews. And in this week, we find out some more info on the Alpine A110 that
It's
we
a
spoke
big
about
theme here
a few
till it
episodes
drops.
ago.
Is phenomenal news.
I haven't said it yet.
I know. But,
Okay,
I'm glad that we're hearing about that.
right on.
What?
We had teased that we had read about the A110 coming to the U.S. one day, and we assumed that it would be the petrol-powered French wonder that we were so yearning for. However, like always, we'll be starting the news in some electrifying manner. That being said, the A110 is likely to show its face to the U.S. masses as one of the potential electric cars to be entering the U.S. for sale, along with Asia, in 2027.
Boo-hiss!
Wait. Never mind.
Boo hiss.
They are bringing those here, and they're like, "Hey, we know what you wanted, but instead
We're gonna give you this."
electricity." Yeah.
We're going to give
Cool,
you a
all right.
mid-battery... Or is it rear battery?
Mid-battery, yeah.
Mid-battery. Mid-battery sport car.
Oh.
Yep. Proceed.
Oh,
Oh.
well, thank you for the permission.
Somebody better keep this mic cord away from me because we're going to the ceiling.
It will be a fun lineup of 7 new electric cars that will be sporty in nature. So this could be an interesting way to experience an electric car, as if we didn't have those already. We don't.
Thanks a lot, France. I was gonna-
So here's to hoping that this is the best thing France has sent us since the Statue of Liberty. And if it tanks, well then I guess it will be the worst thing since Napoleonic warfare. You can't see it, but I am shrugging. Now I would like to switch gears for a minute and talk about ordering stuff online or from a store. No, this is not an ad. Raise your hand if you have ordered something to be shipped to you before. All of you, you're kind of halfway up. You just like half, just a little. Okay. Well, keep an eye on FedEx stocks dropping and shipping prices going up as they are now in hot water. FedEx has been accused with some serious evidence to back it up that they have been replacing the odometers in the vehicles they sell as used. Their tactics have had some light shed on them, as this is what we know so far. They will drive the trucks for anywhere between 300 to 500,000 miles, and I mean like not just 300, but you know, they do that, but 300,000 to 500,000 miles, and then have the odometer switched out on them. Wow. Then they drive them for another 100 to 180K and then sell them as moderate mileage used work trucks and vans. These actions are in direct violation of federal law against the Crown, and if FedEx is convicted of fraud... is convicted of fraud in the class action lawsuit facing them, well, at this scale, it will cost them more than I would like to imagine. Probably still not as much as VW's 2 Dieselgates.
Yeah.
So I will aptly name this odometer gate. We found that this unchecked mileage fraud directly resulted in at least one person having to go out of business when they found out their van they had converted into a food truck after purchasing it from FedEx needed an engine replacement. FedEx,
Damn. Yeah.
prepare to be flogged.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yo, FedEx.
Yikes.
Good thing I use UPS. Then ups, boys.
But the problem is Brown
UPS
will
in
let
hot
you
water
down.
soon, I think, if I remember hearing
No.
recently.
You misunderstood. DHL is hell. I got nothing better.
You're trying to pose.
What?
You're trying to pose, man.
Oh man.
Do what?
China Post.
It's like the US for China.
Just
Oh.
use Alibaba Express.
Don't do that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
one of the worst
No.
ones.
Don't do that.
Well, looking ahead to next year's releases, one stood out to us, and not for all the things that it could do, but simply put, the shape. The 2024 Lexus GX looks good if you always wanted one of your childhood cardboard forts to run about in.
To what?
Any of
You
your
ever
cardboard
build a
forts to run
cardboard
about
fort?
in.
Oh,
You just wanted to
rad.
drive. You know,
Okay.
you put like your
'Cause
little.
it's
yeah.
box.
You draw the
Okay.
wheels on the side.
No, you just started to laugh at the end of that, and
You
I
put a
like
paper
missed
plate.
the last
You
word.
know.
This is steering wheel, yeah.
Jokes aside, it is good looking for how boxy it is, but that's what we want. That's it's robust. You know. We all wondered if we needed another toaster on wheels, but one that actually comes with this much off-road pedigree better live up to the hype. I still got a burp.
What a classy
it out.
broad.
You're right.
They will most likely sell for the 60 to 80K range, which, when you look at the photos, seems reasonable with all the options that it has to offer. Hopefully, this new turboed V6 will have the same grunt the old V8 did. However, when it comes to fuel economy, the figures released now are around the same. So hopefully, this moves well. And you don't have to put an E in turboed, by the way.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, just apostrophes are good. Just a little constructive bullying. Finally, in our news today is something of a morbid one, admittedly. Some people have a fascination with the... How do you say that word?
Macabre.
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 Macabre. I've never had to pronounce that word.
Macabre. Yeah.
Macabre. And dark and spooky things. Well, a dark and spooky BMW is up for sale. Maybe you shouldn't have used that word.
It's a black BMW.
Jesus Christ, Benny.
I don't want to say it.
It's a black car.
I know.
It's 2 on the nose. It's a
Can
faux
I say,
pas.
can I say what I think it might be again?
Any guesses as to who it belonged to at one point, boys?
Fucking Tupac.
Well, let me tell you
Oh.
then. It's Tupac Shakur's 1996 BMW 75IL that Tupac was murdered in.
750?
750. That's what he said.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He said 75.
He said 75.
Did I say 75?
I
Antonio?
heard 750.
BMW
Thank
75?
you.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be able to listen to this, believe it or not.
No, and we're right.
I know. It's in
And
stone.
find out.
On our side, the majority.
Oh,
You're wrong.
crucifix me.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Get on the boat.
I don't like the sea. So these guys have been they've been trying to sell it for about 6 years now.
I was gonna say I've seen this thing for
Oh,
sale.
Las Vegas celebrity
Countless
motor cars
times.
or
Correct.
whatever.
Celebrity
Yeah.
cars. They have been trying to sell it for 6 years and currently at $1.75 million.
And that's exactly why they haven't sold it. Are
Yeah.
they out of their minds?
I think they acquired it for $1.5 million.
It's
Yeah.
a biohazard.
They probably acquired it for maybe
It's clean.
No,
It's
no.
clean.
What I was
more
reading,
than
I'm
what
pretty
they
sure,
bought
so-
it price.
feel like-
I mean,
Government wanted
You can still.
Carvio will pick it up for $11.75 tomorrow.
You got it.
free pickup. Free
Generous.
pickup.
If it starts and dries.
It does.
Those
It
rims
does.
are worth something.
No, you're
Yeah.
right.
But they're going to take off the aftermarket wheels and put some donuts on there.
Are they really?
No.
No.
Oh.
They're
It was
not
just-
selling it to us.
That was just like the thing we. He was making a joke about what we deal
Oh,
with day in,
no.
day out.
Benny,
I
look,
thought that was
it
in
says
the
gold
ad,
on
like
the
we want to
ceiling.
keep
Yeah,
the rim.
seriously. Thank you, David. At least
David,
not your little brother keeping up and you not, man.
I'm glad you said that, Chuck. I'm glad you said little brother because, David, I have
He was
punched
born
you
second.
in time. And I have not yet punched you in my last time. So just think about that.
I thought
You
you're not
can't-
gonna hit the microphone.
You can't say. We have to honk that out. You can say cock referring to a rooster, though.
Fine. Yeah, now dub that over everything I just said.
I can make a cockfight happen in the back.
Well, right
Good.
on. The standard issue 750IL was purchased by Death Row Records and was gifted to Tupac to drive in. Actually, that's not true. It was actually just like Death Row Records like car.
Well, then they just let him have it,
Yeah,
like drive
they're just
about.
like here, have that. Look good in it. This is not the first time it's been sold. It's probably been through 5 or 6 owners by this time. Golly, can we please stop?
Yeah, pretty much.
The idea of trying to cash in on this dude's death is
Yeah, one of the highlights
odd.
to the ad that they have is that it shows photos of where the bullet holes were repaired.
oh yeah, right. You
yeah,
can see
that's and like when like I get that like you want to have
I'll
a
pay him
sort of
$100 for the photos.
yeah. So here's the thing:
Keep the car.
it's one thing to have a piece of memorabilia because you really love that artist or whatever, but when you do it in such a it's just like typical car sales, snake oil salesman sort of vibe that I get from this. Just looking on the outside, not that I know them, you know what I mean?
Well,
but
so this was actually previously owned by the guy. He also owned the Suburban that Biggie Smalls was killed in.
yeah.
He's just a freak.
historian, I guess. but I-
Yeah.
He had a whole business around it.
Yeah.
It's called. I'm not even gonna say it because it's just not right.
Well, it's probably defunct now that his cars aren't his
No.
anymore.
Well, no, he probably has more. He
Hmm.
probably has that very cool dude's Porsche 550.
I thought they found the bottom of that,
Steve
and somebody's
McQueen.
like,
No, just kidding.
I feel like
no, they
that
found
thing was
they
toasted.
found like the subframe of that thing, or like the rear, like what held the engine,
Where?
in like some guy's barn, up in like by where it happened, like the guy who drove the tow truck.
Well,
It had the chassis number on it and everything.
so they used that car.
I'm
for,
pretty-
there's that whole
pretty
story.
certain.
I think everybody, maybe everybody doesn't know the story, but basically, they got this car, right? God, can you remember the name, please? What's his name?
James
Dean. James Dean's
Oh, I
Porsche.
thought I said that.
I thought
550.
everybody, like,
I thought we were past that already,
Right.
but continue.
Oh no. Do you know Nut Gallery?
Nah, James Dean?
No. The whole thing with his car and its curse.
I heard of it. I feel like I heard of it.
Yeah, so like they took the wreckage and they tugged it around to high schools, being like, "Don't drink and drive," even though he was not drinking and driving,
Oh,
and
they
it
did
killed
it-
like several
That was
people
it.
since.
That's how it started.
They
The
t-
whole.
because they did it at my school with like a Civic, and
Well,
I was
yeah,
like,
'cause
damn.
they're
All right.
not getting
Yeah, they landed a fucking helicopter
Yeah,
on Fay.
yeah.
What?
What's that street that goes right
Reese.
by the pool? Fay?
Reese, is that my
Yeah.
Yeah, they landed a helicopter right there during ours.
Oh, what?
Did
Drunk
they
driving
crash
thing?
the helicopter?
Huh?
Don't
Oh,
drink in
they-
helicopter.
No, they landed like the
They're not
light,
paying
they
attention.
landed like the life flight and had all the f***ed up cars and all the people like strewn on the hood.
No.
Oh, dude, yeah, they never did half of it. They just had a car.
No, they had like students like
Where they get the
wear
actors,
makeup
like,
and
put
like
makeup and, like, lay on
no,
top.
not even actors.
Oh, I'm vaguely
Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They dressed up the drama club to look like
Yeah.
DUI.
Pretty,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They
victims.
just got the drama club. They were already dressed like that.
Okay, that's very true in my high school's case. But yes, also
They just
yes.
moved the cars. That's all they did. They just moved them down the block.
They didn't even crash them. They just looked like that.
Well,
Yeah.
so that is the mystery of James Dean's 550 Spider. Look it up yourself. I think this week David picked the Land Rover 9110.
Yeah.
9110.
Not the
It's-
9110, but the 90/110.
Well, is it long or short?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. We're just talking about that
Oh, okay.
era.
Okay, great.
To put the right image in your mind, this is a generation of Defender that looks most like the Mercedes G-Wagon, which, if you don't know what that looks like, it looks the most like the Jeep Wrangler. It succeeded the generation you think of when I say something like post-war colonial safaris, and before the generation that comes to mind when I say something like what you saw in the Froyo drive-thru this morning.
One more time.
The Froyo Defender.
We do? What'd you say? I missed it. I was trying to type quietly because it's this mechanical keyboard. I was so focused on this. What did I just miss?
You typed too loud.
I know! What did I just miss?
He said, "Froyo driver." we're like, one more time.
Damn it, I'm so mad that I missed. I gotta listen to this stuff.
Okay.
No, that's staying in. I'm just gonna leave all the cuss words. Ha ha.
All right.
I'm in charge of editing.
Back to it. It succeeded the generation you think of when I say something like post-war colonial safaris, and before the generation that comes to mind when I say something like what you saw in the Froyo drive-thru this morning.
Starbucks.
The former being the Series 1, 2, and 3, and the latter being the L663. Is there what are you talking about?
You see what drive-through?
The Froyo drive-thru.
When, Andrew, have you ever seen a drive-through place that sells Froyo?
Jesus
All you
Christ,
had to
David.
say was Starbucks, so we could have saved ourselves that whole thing.
You know what's
The
the worst part?
Starbucks drive-thru.
You know what's the worst part? I was thinking of putting that in.
You just killed Ben.
Andrew, I'm sorry. I was like, wait a second.
You got so caught up on the fact that you've never seen a Froyo drive-thru
Have you?
that you have no. What do you think we're doing here, David?
Froyo in the morning.
Everything we do here is stupid.
That's the point.
It's not real. All right.
Oh my god.
all right,
Unbelievable.
fine, I'm
I have to
sorry.
describe this to you.
I
This
took
is
it-
episode 10.
Took that one a little too literally. All right.
Oh my god.
Chuck, let me get a jingle, baby. It's good. Oh, I had a great one the other day and I forgot it. I'm pissed. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm going to have a trick. Keep going, Chuck.
Chuck,
is it time
make a
for
jingle for a Ticonderoga Froyo.
What?
Don't do
the
that.
model, the car model.
That's not a real.
Absolutely not.
Dang.
If I could get the mouse to work. Okay, never mind.
Has
Is your
your
fleet
fro-
flunking? Give Carvio a try. Our process is simple as 1-2 cash. We will buy any car anywhere. Visit our website carvio.com today or call 855-951-3335.
That one was mine.
Thank you. Good one. Good one. Good
back.
one.
So,
Good one.
you'll notice that if you were to search the classifications between these generations, they are classified as off-roaders, right up until you get to the L663, to which they are then classified as Froyo rats. Despite Land Rover's push for good what? The Starbucks rats? What do you want? Coffee boys? Mall crawlers? Is that what you enjoy?
We're getting there.
Despite Benny's car,
Just call them
despite Land Rover's
G-Wagons.
push for good publicity for the Froyo rat, it always seems to circle back to their decision to completely modernize every aspect of the Defender name, but keep the electrical system close to its English heritage. But enough to... God, you guys don't know any of these jokes.
No, I get that. You're right.
I'm just not a funny guy. Got it.
No, what? The
Don't do
electrical
that to yourself,
heritage
Andrew. You're a very funny
of the
guy.
Brits. That was true. I was like, that's good. This is true. Funny. Good. I also don't want to like laugh over you.
That's the
Is that the point? Okay.
You guys are supposed to say stuff and laugh.
We do say
And say
stuff.
other
yeah.
things too. It isn't laughing. David.
What?
David.
What?
Give us a one time. One time.
Get in there, David.
What do you want me to say?
I'm giving you a
are we
spiritual slap on the ass.
First of all, are the Froyo? Oh, you don't want me to hit that.
Hit that.
You don't want me to hit
Do
that.
it.
But I will tell you.
Do it.
No. Is the Froyo Getter the new Defender that you're
The newest
referring
one.
to,
Yes.
correct?
That's what we. Okay,
I saw
that's
one
what I
driving on the
thought.
freeway right as I was driving over here. I thought
did
Have you seen the super long
Totally.
ones? The 130s?
I haven't seen a super long one yet.
They
Haven't
look
seen
so
the long
dumb.
boy.
The newest.
Oh
newest
yeah.
Wait.
I know.
I
It's
like
weird. It's ridiculous. It's like anyway, we'll get to that. I think. But enough tearing into the future of this model. No, that's what I wrote. So probably not. It's time to defend what the Defender was previously, and still is in other parts of the world where jaywalkers are of no concern. David, why did you buy this little brick of die-cast on little tiny wheels?
I like those. I think they're cool looking. One of my buddies has one, but like the only one you can get in not this country. But like the long one, not I like the short one more.
So that would be the 110.
The 110's the big one.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Actually, you know what? While we're here, so let's clarify a couple things, right?
Okay.
First, it's production run. We'll cover the production run. What most people don't know is that even though this particular, in quotations, generation of the model went on from 1983 to 2016, it was just a very heavily revised variant of the 1, 2, and 3 series, making it technically the same generation, for a total run of 67 years on the same platform, which surpasses the length of the entire run of the classic VW Beetles by 3 years.
Damn.
Second,
Wow.
the designations. At this time, it was not called a Defender, but only the numerical designations of 90 or 110. The 90 was the 3-door model, so the 2 doors on the side and the door on the back. The 110 was the 5-door, 4 doors on the side, 1 on the back. A designation given to the modern generation, the 130, is a 5-door with 3 rows of seats instead of 2 to seat 9 adults, because I think they have bench seats in the front still, where they are not here. Also, from this point, when I mention series Defenders, I'm referring to the Land Rover Series 1, 2, and 3 that would also become known as Defenders. Anyway, David, yes, that is the long one.
Yep. I got this one. I got the wrong one, I realized, because there was one I saw online that had, like, I think I probably have this one as well. I have, like, probably at least 2 of these. One has mud on the tires, and it looks cool. And it looks like it was doing off-roading stuff, and it's got a little number on it. And it's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't always get cars, and I feel like we need to bring in something other than just cars. So I was like,
Like tractors?
I don't know if there's tractor. I mean, I'm sure there are tractor Hot Wheels, but that would
We
be
had
a
the Cyclone.
It'd be a really exciting episode if you have a farm, but if you don't, you might not be as inclined to listen to this episode. Not this one, but the hypothetical tractor one. Sorry. Proceed. That's why I got the Land Rover. Oh, and sometimes I get it in Forza. You get to launch it off of things.
Launch it off? Like, you
Horizon,
mean you can
the one
make,
with the jumps and like the dunes, and you're like,
like you can like go onto courses that are just meant for jumping?
Defenders.
Good amount of jumping.
Oh.
I mean, they're just like old Jeeps, which is sick that you can still get them and import them. And there were some U.S. ones that go for a lot of money now.
Lot
But I
of money.
think they only made the 90s one in the U.S. I don't know if they made the long one or not. The 110. Like through the early 2000s.
No, I don't think they did.
They're mostly like
No, I think the
yellow or
last year
green.
you could have them is sometime in the mid 80s.
No.
Before regulations caught up with
97.
97.
Yeah.
Like the late 90s, early 2000s.
97, I think, was like
They
the last
made
You don't
year.
even
the
see those
NAS.
things
The
around.
NAS ones
Super
are
rare.
North American spec or something like that.
I guess people
And-
just kind of save them. It's not like they're rusting away because
Yeah, no, like
aluminum
you-
bodies and whatnot.
Go
Saw
to La
a bunch
Jolla,
in
you'll see
Florida.
them. La Jolla and like Del Mar, and you'll see them just
One
be
or
like
two,
surf
yeah.
trucks. But a lot of them will be imported.
So you could probably figure, as even these days some models wait nearly 2 decades for an update, that the series Defender's 35-year-old interior, though undoubtedly robust, was failing to impress anyone who had grown up with one around since the 50s and 60s. Especially when you throw in the fact that British Leyland had ownership over Land Rover during its overexpansion and steep decline, which had affected the overall quality of every vehicle that they had put out during the mid to late 70s. You can go ahead and take my word for it. This 90/110 was their full-hearted attempt at apologizing their way out of the wet pit they dug themselves into. They modernized everything to full 80s expectations. I won't bore you with too many details spec-wise, but their major importer markets such as Africa and Australia said, nah, not good enough, in their own fashions. Japan's Boy Toys, who were aptly named Toyota and Nissan, stepped up and said, hey bro, she's busy, in their own fashion. The English, on the other hand, were inventing new ways to kiss the new shiny rings on Land Rover's hand. So, now that the apology didn't work, they had to start clawing their way out of the wet mud. So they put together the Special Vehicles Division. They were responsible for outfitting existing chassis with specialized equipment for trade and military applications. This program was effectively a minimal sunk cost research and development program to cut the teeth on the modernized platform. We'll skip forward to wind this down a little and get to the final heave of getting the brand back to its feet. When the
We're
Defender
getting
was
the brand
finally
back together.
when the Defender was finally officially called just that, starting in 1990. Again, I won't drag on specifics, but these things were now not just practical, but quite comfortable as well. And they could go on the freeway now. The model was finally an example worthy of its market share across the world, and the Australians forgave them. Africa has yet to forgive the English for anything. And I think I will stop there. Let's get on to the classified cars of the week.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh,
Is it time for
the
me to
ra-
go first?
yeah.
What? Who are we starting with?
Can we do Defender?
Oh,
What? Oh, jingle.
Defender, the Defender.
Can I do it?
Ooh,
And then you show me at the end.
Okay, yeah, go. I got one, but
I
yeah,
have
go
to
for it.
go into keep going.
Has your Defender laid down its sword? Call Carvio today at.
855-951-3335.
Thank you.
Not bad, not bad.
What do you got,
David?
Chuck?
No, I want to hear
Oh,
David.
all right, all right.
Is your defender as bad on defense as Steph Curry is?
Yo!
Call Carvio 855. Steph Curry's a bad example. He plays on defense. I'm trying to think of like a basketball player. This is
James Harden.
Oh,
man.
Jake, good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is your
You get it.
All right, I'll go. Defend your mortgage that you are losing with no money and sell to.
Okay, boys.
I almost had it.
Okay, boys.
It's like the Jeopardy, like when you
you should just leave it. Oh, you don't get it.
don't get an
enough time.
answer.
They're like, time for you to answer. They're like, I don't
Chuck.
know.
Has your Defender left you looking more like what the cat drug in after a 3-night bender? Call Carvio at 855-951-3335.
Dun, dun.
I like it.
You were a little pitchy.
Where was I?
Yeah.
Is that kind of the whole point?
That was just because the cat's here.
Yeah. Hey. Well, who's going first?
I'm
Who do
gonna
you
pull it
want?
up and we'll go from there.
The mouse works
I'm gonna
now.
think of a better jingle. I'm gonna come back with one for next week. And
I thought mine was not.
Ben's going first.
Who I am. Am I? Really? Okay.
ooh, Benny,
Good.
cool.
Here's my Land Rover Defender at NV
go
Auto
on.
Group. I picked the 110 because, more seats is more fun. This thing has
Lies.
1,100 miles or kilometers or something. If you go to, I thought the same thing, and then I went to the odometer. Like, sure, maybe it's a new one or something, but that's what it says on the dash. So
Since restoration. It's got it.
diesel, yeah. It's $10,000 less than the average market price at $89,999.
I hate that the wheels scream old F-150.
I love that. I love that. I don't want
I
the
enjoy it
alloys.
too.
I don't want the alloys on a Defender. I think that looks great. White letters out always. Points.
Duh.
Green with a white roof. Points.
They
White
have
wheels.
6
Points.
pictures of the wheels with the tires on,
Whoa.
separate from the car.
Orange guts.
Saddle
It's
leather.
nicely
seats.
done. Yeah, saddle leather is a good way to put
Orange.
it. Or like
know-
Hermes, if you want to kind of go that route from the pictures. They got all the seats, the bench in the back. I think it seats 9 probably or so, maybe more, 9 or 11, something like that. Right-hand
It has
drive,
bucket seats in the front.
1,772
Yeah.
kilometers on it. Drive it 4 more, and that's the year the people who made this lost America. So
Well done.
sucks to suck, but we got your cars now. And this one's pretty cool. It's like 90 grand.
It's
a
on
94 Land Rover Defender 110. If you buy it, let me drive it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Pictures are great. There's pictures of everything,
Everything.
like door
Yeah,
panels,
Yeah, they're good. All professional.
each wheel, including the spare, I'm pretty sure.
Everything we need.
Like all the good stuff.
All right, the bar is set.
Hopefully, like, I don't know, the range
Good.
of these things is like all over the place. I saw them for like 275 G's and like not 275 G's.
Where'd you go?
Oh, it's in the middle of those. Go down, down, down. There. Yes. This one says it's a station wagon, which is silly. Anyway, boom, bam. You better believe it's a 1997
those
Land
wheels.
Rover Defender 92 door. So the 90.
Green with green wheels.
Green,
Good
green,
vibe.
Everything is
Green
green.
top.
Wheels, top, car. Sweet. I'm going to do my Kermit voice when I narrate this one. No. But the interior is cloth. So drawback there, I guess. And it's in Florida. So I don't, depending on who you are. It's got the 4-liter. It's not the diesel. Apparently, it's the one you want. I'm not a big Land Rover guy, so I don't know. But I'll tell you what, this looks sweet. It's in Coniston green, and it's got 34,000 miles on it.
How much
clean.
money did
And
it
it's
cost?
Very
great
clean.
question, Benny. Let's go up a little bit, Chuck. 'cause I can't
34,000
see.
miles?
It's $92,000. So
92.5.
92 and a half.
92.5. Sure.
92.5.
So mine was like, let's go on a
89.
safari. David's is like, this is a single father in Nantucket.
Oh yes.
What do you
it
got to
is.
say, Dave?
This is
Nothing.
the epitome of a Starbucks
You're not going
rat.
to try to sell this to me over. You guys
I
are
am.
two
It's
salesmen
green
trying to
on
sell
green.
this to me.
It's got the cool
Why
wheels.
should I buy
97.5.
yours over his?
97.5 it says
It
on the
says
bottom.
92. We're going with the top price. All right. I think I don't know. Anyway, look at it. It's perfect. It's like the one you want, and it's got the big cool wheels.
It's not the
that-
one you want.
It
You can't
is
bring
the
all
one
your
you want.
bitches in that one.
You can.
Not that like
well,
that would be me.
it's Florida.
but
You can do whatever you want in that thing, and you'll be fine. Look at it. Come on.
I'm trying to sell it to you.
The-
I'm trying
we
to
can't
sell
look
you
at
mine.
it. We're
You can't.
literally just voices in this person's mind right now.
Oh well, you're right. I'm convincing
It's
you
green.
guys
It's got
the
black
one.
bumpers,
But-
black everything. It's clean. It's nice. It's 92.5. It's green over green over green. What color are the seats? Can I guess?
No,
Gray.
they're not. I wish. Oh, if they were green, that might be a little bit overkill.
It's
Anyway,
it's
They're
great.
gray. It's gray.
The seats kind of look like the Xterra ones.
You can get it in Delray Beach, Florida, which is somewhere at Pettigrew Motor Cars,
Bummer.
and you should, because like all the other ones were a little bit more than this, and
shouldn't,
they were
though.
like, I'm not going to spend 120.
Tell that
grand
to
on
the
this.
judge.
Just because they were yellow.
Down. Yep, there we are.
Oh, of course, Angel.
All right,
cheap.
fellas. Here we have arrived. A 1991 Land Rover Defender. This is the 90, 2 doors, no time for whores.
Ex-Marine, tons of gear with
Ex-Marine.
video.
$15,000, and it is yours. It is fully outfitted. It's got a roof rack, snorkel, med kit, a winch on the bumper, the white Steelies, complete interior.
With
it runs.
rust.
It is the 4-cylinder diesel.
With junk in the back and everything.
Race car drivers do not need girlfriends. You can take this and race it anywhere, and you don't. You do not have to feel bad about driving this thing. Look at it. Ooh, it's already got all that
Describe it.
patina all underneath, and the body is impeccable
Surface
because
rust.
again, it's impossible to rust because it's aluminum. But all the hardware underneath,
Motor looks pretty clean.
It's not even that rusty. It's like the paint is kind of like still kind of trying to hang on there on all the like
Something
the
looks
differential
like
and the live
something's
axle.
going to go wrong really quickly on this car.
Give us a
that's
price,
probably because you
Brown.
drove it into a ditch. It's $15,000, and it is yours. 121,000 miles, and you are going to take this thing, and because it's
It's
15
got-
grand, you can afford it, and you can go anywhere you want with it. It is fully outfitted, ready
Until
to go.
you
It
can't.
even has an awning, not just solar panels. It has an awning that you can pull out, stand up, put your chairs underneath, relax, enjoy the day with your husband.
Oh my!
See that? See that awning?
It's a good awning.
I know you like it, Chuck. I know you see it.
I would, yeah. I
Yeah,
could
you're
see, I could,
daydreaming already.
yeah, I could see a couple of us butch gays out
And
there
it's
doing
not
nowhere.
even going to cost you that much.
Honestly,
Why would you
Andrew
spend-
cleaned your guys' clocks at 15K. I'm just going to say it right now. And it's got all the cool gear on it. And it's
Yeah.
rusty. You don't have to care.
It's ready to go.
Just go beat the out of it. Get out there. Go do it.
Yeah, have fun.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let's
but,
see.
Like,
I'm thinking,
man.
how much were these things new? Spending 92 grand on a barely, freshly used one. You can do whatever you want to. It's still
Definitely not anywhere near 90 grand, buddy.
No.
Nobody is trying to make this. There's nothing about this that says I am a clean example.
Yeah.
That's not what these were meant for.
Yeah, these were
These were not
literally going
meant
out-
to be at the drive-through at the Froyo.
That's fine, but I don't want to have one that new to me is going to be on its last leg.
This
I
ain't
want to
on
have
last
something
leg.
new
This is a
to
tank.
me is going to
Well,
be
you
like
have fun living in an apartment. I
I
am
don't.
going to add this one to my fleet.
You've been to my
Yeah, and then it would be another British thing that don't work.
You've been in my yard.
What?
You've been in my driveway.
It's a
We've
diesel.
been in your
It-
wheels in my driveway.
It works itself. It even has a little self-installed little whip. Yeah.
Sorry, I got to go with. I'm voting Andrews.
Look, it's got the little what do you call it?
First
The-
of all, there's
the bars on the
24 hours.
window.
Okay, so here's
Yeah.
the problem.
With
Here's
the
the problem.
caging?
Here's the problem with this podcast. Okay, we have. Two,
I always win
We
and
have
you don't
two
like that?
cheap masochists over here who like to buy shit that they just have to fix, and then
We don't
put-
have to
put-
fix it. It runs.
Okay, until it doesn't.
Well,
In
same as
3
yours.
days. That's fine.
We have
My-
the same wiring harnesses, buddy. It's
Except
going
mine
to
has
fail
1,000
for the same
miles.
reasons. Yours has 1,000 miles since some dude got paid like $50
to put
for
all
2 days.
new, hopefully
to
not
rewire-
stuff
Mine.
wiring
with all
harnesses
brown
in it.
wiring. No, that's the Italians.
Mine.
Still.
It just does not
Mine has
matter.
2 more doors than yours, David, and was cheaper, so I win by default.
Well, what? No, mine is actually like.
Benny
not-
thinks he won.
has legit.
No, I think I
miles.
beat David.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna spend another 200 grand on the equipment because it has a Yeti brand on it? Is that what you're gonna do, rich guy?
No, what? It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, because I already have it on mine. You can. It's
I
okay.
don't
You
need
can go
it.
under
Mine
my
has
awning.
better tires. I don't need to go under your awning.
You can. You can
I
just
have a
take your commuter,
skylight. I have
follow
a
me,
whole
and
bed in my.
I only have enough room.
I don't have
for,
to bend my
for
legs
the
if
nut
I
gallery.
sleep in the back of mine. I
So-
can just sleep straight on a bench. It'll be beautiful, comfortable,
Well,
fresh.
I think I won.
Well, what is David's vote? You're out because your brother beat you.
I'm still sticking with mine. My mileage
right.
seems more
Peanut
legit.
gallery.
You didn't really-
2
you
doors,
didn't really
better
sell it,
wheels,
you know?
all
That's all right.
green.
I don't. What if I didn't like green?
It's already 2 votes for Andrew.
Shouldn't get a Land Rover
I'm
then.
gonna vote for Ben.
Oh, it's 2-2 now.
Appreciate you,
Peanut gallery
buddy.
voted for Ben, but I still vote for you, Andrew. So we're the
Yeah,
producers.
and we write the show.
And we're
so-
the producers. Yeah. So
This is a very.
This is
Ben
biased.
This is
This feels unfair.
bias.
I was trying to find just one that was like 60 grand 'cause I knew I really wanted if I could.
How did it?
call
How was it so
shenanigans.
difficult for you guys to find anything that was literally under 80 grand? I didn't. I found
Here's
like
the
2
thing.
that was
One,
over 80 grand.
A lot of these were the diesel ones. They were on Bring a Trailer already sold, which is what's another.
No,
thing
I
that
just
sucks
went to
about
Auto
this
You were on
podcast.
the wrong
You will
platform.
listen
Found
to
them
this,
all.
and you might have had a chance to win Andrew's beat up old Marine Land Rover with video. You could see the video, but you won't hear this until it's after already sold. And well, if you bought it, you know what to do. Tell
Let
us
us
when
know.
it breaks down,
Yep.
and tell us what those solar panels do.
Well, they're all
And
going to
how's
break
that
down.
awning?
That's kind of what I mentioned earlier.
I mean, you add solar panels to a car like that, and like with its electrics, it's just gonna.
Oh no!
Light
You,
on
you
fire.
misunderstand. That's simply to power all the auxiliary stuff for like your generator because you're a practical man.
This
With
is
your
like-
Holtman.
This is for like the biggest. I mean, I'm not gonna comment on. Maybe Chuck might be in this, but like those like those hipster folks from like the early days of like 2011, and then they like kind of grew up now, and then like they have kids, but they have a bunch of money somehow. They're gonna buy one of these and go to do their overland.
Is that
and
why
shit.
I
Is
see
that
them
what
all
you
the
just
time?
said?
Chuck because of how his hair looks.
No, because Chuck said he.
No,
I never
no.
see these.
Oh,
all
the
I
man
see.
bun? No. That was unrelated to Chuck at all, except for like the fact that he was like, "Oh, I'm really into this," and so might a very specific type.
When
of
I
gay.
see the person that you're describing,
you know,
that person.
I love it when you
I want
get
you to
so
guess-
you're like I'm trying to recall what the gay guy said, the queer said, but I'm like,
No.
am I saying it right?
I guess
Dancing
there's
around
2
it.
types of people that might be into this. Specifically this one.
What do
Butch
you?
gays.
What kind of people?
Can I
Chuck
act
said
out
one,
what
I
David's
said the
doing
other
right
one.
now?
Feel free. Go nuts.
Help me! Help me!
I want you to guess what I see those people you described in. What do I see them in all the time? And it's not one of the Defenders. Promise you.
Interesting question. I don't know.
Jeep Wrangler.
They're driving Broncos.
Wranglers.
No.
I almost got a
Yes.
Bronco.
Why did
Broncos
Jeep
are
Wranglers good
different.
too? Yeah, and if they're extremely wealthy, they're driving G wagons.
Yep.
Yep, that's true. Or Land Cruisers. Like
Land
old
Cruisers?
Old Land Cruisers.
You don't see
If
these
they're
on the
cool.
road. Oh my God. Do you want to know why?
I see a couple of them.
Because they're not made for the road. Their classification is off-roader.
I see these a lot getting driven by dudes with the hats, with like the full.
Yeah, but you could offer mine.
What are you talking about?
I've seen
BFG
this multiple
KO2s
times.
or whatever on there.
Okay.
I'd rather get Benz so that I can mess it up.
Well then, you know what?
Yeah.
This time,
And then resell it
Benny's looks mess upable.
to you.
I don't know what you're pointing at me for. It's rude, but this time we'll just leave it up to whoever comments in the comments.
Yeah.
Charlie
we'll
will have to tell me.
leave it to the fans and go from there. So now, what are we doing?
Bring a trailer.
Yeah.
It's time for the Bring a Trailer bloopers.
Correctamundo. Let me bring those up.
The mouse is fixed.
Yeah, it is working great. Okay. You want to go first, I'm assuming, right? Do
Tank is clean.
you want to save yours till the end?
Nighttime and we're wearing sunglasses.
Let's do it now.
All right. Andrew is up first on Bring a Trailer bloopers. Walk us through
1997
this.
Mercedes-Benz
Yeah, I saw
SL500 for $6,700. How many miles does it have on it, Chuck?
Let me allow. It has 116K.
miles. Wow, how about that? It's got everything you want out of a 500, which is the 5-liter V8, which is why it's called the 500. It's got the fog lights, not broken.
Oh, okay. All right.
It is black with what's the color of the interior? Let's have a look.
Gray.
Yeah, let's see
Like
it.
mine.
There we are. It's like a chrome black. If you could even not chrome, but like smoked chrome black.
Yeah,
Smoked
it's-
chrome.
You know,
Do you
Gray
rate
The
it?
interior.
color's up at the
It's
top.
It's
the
a
name
special
of it.
color.
Classic 90s gray interior. It's got the vacuum marks on the rugs.
Fresh.
So did David's when
It
he
is
got it.
sitting pretty on some aftermarket chrome wheels, which honestly I didn't
look
cringe at when I
horrendous.
saw, so they must look pretty good.
No, they don't. They look
don't.
really bad.
They look good.
I'm gonna
They
tell you.
don't
I'm gonna
look
tell you
Moving
what's
on.
exactly wrong with this
Those
car.
are knockoff
Oh yeah,
Brabus
what is
wheels.
it?
It's the chrome lining around the stupid taillights and the V8 badge that
Off
it
of
doesn't
Ford.
need.
That's a Ford V8 badge
Got anything else?
on the
It's got
side.
two,
Scroll
the
down.
wiring
Scroll
harnesses
down a
are the ones
ways.
made of soy.
Got it. Got him.
Scroll.
Got it.
I need to poop on the mic.
Yep. You gotta give the mic the old dairy swirl.
All right,
we took
here,
a
so,
bet. We
David,
knew you were
hold
gonna
on.
say
I
that.
wanna-
It's the one.
So
why
we
did
posted this. I looked at it. I said, "David's gonna be salty." He goes, "Yeah, lol. That's the only way I found any direction." And he the blooper. Watch him be like, Bobby Buzz, soy wiring, soy wiring." That was just what is really the drug dealer edition. Damn, he paid like 11 for his, right? 16, I think, maybe 12. How much did you pay?
Oh, we're gonna get into this
Yeah,
now.
how much did you pay?
15.
Yeah, how many miles on yours when you got it?
First of all, 65.
Okay, never mind. So there's a big
Oh,
difference. in
second
mileage.
of all,
Buddy, there's
hold
no
on.
difference when it's out.
No, we're not.
Go
no,
up.
We're not.
We're
Go
going
back to the
mid-range
car.
miles.
There's something
You
really
guys.
important I'm curious about.
No, wait. Let's go to what I thought his reaction.
click
That's
the
that's his
link.
reaction right now.
I'm fine.
The Better Call Saul guy that like faints and hits his
Cracks
head on
his
the
head.
table.
So
No, go.
I'm
Go.
fine.
Hold on. I said, I swear if he says this, I'll put my ass to the bike. And you said soy wiring like we called it. So I got to poop on the bike now.
Obviously.
The supplantation saucer.
Yeah.
my
The old
gosh.
chocolate squish.
That's a bar.
Okay. Go back to the car though, because
Nope,
I'm
I'm
pretty
right.
sure this. No, where are you going?
I am.
Just
Go
click
back
the
to
link.
car.
You could've
Calm
just-
Yeah, it's not, the car's not in Slack, honey.
Yeah, there we go.
Right. Well, okay. Whatever. Go down. Down more. Down more. More to all the other pictures. Keep going.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it doesn't have.
keep
the cool
going.
200
AMG
plus
wheels.
253
Keep
photos.
going. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Keep
What are
going.
you looking for, Benny?
Keep going. Keep going.
I mean, there's always a good amount of photos. But seems
Go up.
excessive.
Click that bottom photo, the very bottom one. but nope, like scroll down more, the very bottom photo. Yeah, that one. Nope. Next one.
Do not click
Of
next.
the car. Okay. So they only have 3 photos of it with the hardtop on. I'll bet you my bottom dollar that hardtop does not come with the car.
Who cares? It's $60-something $100.
David's hardtop came with a car.
Yeah, he also paid more than twice as much.
And
For
had
mine-
less than half the miles.
What are you talking? Less than half. It only has
65?
like 40,000 more miles.
It's got 120.
16.
Okay, so like 120.
Either way, it's
Still.
it's definitely
Carvio would rebid that shit.
it's it's a no, it's a good deal. I think the wheels are just god awful and too big.
Oh well,
but-
good thing you only spent $6,700 on it. Now you can buy $400 and buy some new wheels. Maybe go to the LKQ and pull them off some other SL500. Oh wait, you can't find them.
Yeah, that's
Not an LKQ.
Now you can use this because it's so cheap as a parts car.
Oh god, the chrome
You need
around
your
the
fog lamp
taillights.
replaced?
Just shut it down. That's so gross.
No, they put like a different.
The chrome around
Let's
the
move on.
taillights
The
is
engine's
disgusting.
different.
Well, that was fun.
It's a disgusting.
So
So
for
who-
those of you at
who's
home,
the
we
blooper?
were the blooper
David?
was David's car. None of you got that
No,
until
is
this
it,
moment.
like who made the blooper?
No,
The
if
guy
you look at
selling
Bring a
it, the
Trailer
guy
for the
buying it?
exact one that mine is, it's like the exact same price. They go for like 15 grand on Bring a Trailer.
Because I don't know.
Mine has
that
the
cool?
AMG package. My fog
Which one
lights
you
are
choosing?
$600, not $100. All right, you know what? Oh goddamn, I don't know, Chuck. What do we think?
You gotta choose one.
You got to pick one, David. What the f- is
Okay,
the- all of us send him one.
but there's one. There's just like a crazy blue. Okay,
Just pick a
the
goddamn
Blooper's the
car.
buyer, and it's the twin turbo Escalade.
Okay.
If there be a driving Spitfire, that'll get me.
Walk us through it, buddy.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't really have any idea how this
I saw
happened.
this.
I was trying to look into it, but I didn't really get how the whole like it was a year later that someone came back and got this thing 2 days ago. It's a twin turbocharged 2015 Cadillac Escalade, the Platinum, the big
Yeah.
got everything,
Yeah.
the beans, and it's got stupid off-road tires and wheels on there. Oh god, it's bad. And it's again, it's twin turbocharged, which is wild. I don't know how much more like speed and gusto you needed, but like you got it. The engine looks crazy, and it sold for $70,000, which is like
So who's the blooper on this?
here's the blooper is the buyer, but
Why?
it's not
Why?
necessarily for the car. It's the way he bid. And this was the silliest thing I think I've ever seen here.
Okay. Interesting take.
Which is why I picked it, but honestly, in hindsight, maybe I should have picked the other one. So, if you look, it's like, all right, 20 grand, goes up to 30, moving up, blah, blah, blah. It's fast, got like 850 horsepower, insane. Then, keep going. You got like 30 grand, goes up, cool, 40, 50, and you're like, all right, this is a pretty good deal. Like, there's 2 turbos in that thing. It's way too fast. You just got to get new wheels for it because they're terrible. Then $70,000 comes out of nowhere. They skipped 60. This guy skipped 60,000 and was like, you know what? I want this thing. I'm gonna get it. Which respect, but at the same time, it's like, buddy, do you not know how bidding works? So that's the blooper. It's just the extra 10 grand that this guy he could have got it was for 60 and just called it a day.
No,
And,
that's so. I, like I said, I don't think I'm good at gambling, but if you were to just lay the pipe like that, it's going to demoralize anybody else who might want this car. Right? It's going to take a lot of the fun out of it for them, so they're not going to keep putting bids on it.
Wait.
If you just go over by how much was it before?
Like they went
So
up,
if
it
you
went
went
up
from
like
60,
14
70.
If
grand.
you just up it by 14 grand overnight, people are going to assume that you have a lot more in your back pocket, just waiting.
That
Like, oh, this guy really wants this truck.
okay, you're
Have
right.
it.
You know what? In hindsight, I don't
Yeah,
even know
he
if
does
it's a
really want
blooper
it.
as
He
much as
definitely
it's-
does not want.
Just once, it looks like, I think.
And
No, he's
honestly,
been a couple times.
a $30,000
Oh, yeah.
twin turbo, whatever this thing is, Escalade, at 70 grand, that's only like 6 or 7 years old, is not a horrible price for that.
Yeah.
either.
No,
pretty good.
it's not. But
No, let's
I-
be clear. It's sold for 70,000. So this because we're not doing the bid 2 anymore because frankly that's too prone to. People make
Debate.
friends on Bring a Trailer for some reason, I guess, and they get them to bid on their cars. to get it closer to the reserve.
Right.
Yeah.
So we can't do those cars anymore because it's just too ridiculous.
That's insane.
Okay.
This sold for 70 grand. I don't.
Yeah, it was a corporate lease, and then it got
You're right.
bought by
You know what?
somebody
I guess
who
it's
threw a
not
dumb
really that
engine
much
in
of a blooper as much just look at this guy throwing
It's quite a
14
jump.
grand down.
Yeah,
and
he
saying,
just-
I
jump,
want
yeah.
this
He
thing.
just swung his
Especially
and
for something
it
he could
worked.
just walk to any dealership and just pick up. But
Yeah.
Twin- yeah, you could just
maybe
go
he
get a
even
new
figured
one.
like 70 grand for this, and the last owner is not like charging you for the modifications he made or anything.
No,
You know,
not really.
Our our astute title wizard, like always, looking out for things, said, "Hey, scroll down a little bit. Look at that thing that says mileage. Someone read the highlighted section, please."
Oh, notes the aforementioned mileage inconsistency.
And Arizona and New Mexico, there's a lot of rollback odometers.
I can't hear you. You got to talk into the mic.
There's a lot of rolled back odometers in like Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Texas.
Look out,
Michigan.
people.
It's all highway miles.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know how this
Yeah,
vehicle went when you purchased it.
Especially because it was a corporate and then a personal.
It was a rental.
Right. Think about the
Yeah.
FedEx thing we were just talking about. A
Yeah.
corporation rolling back odometer.
I don't know about 70K.
Does it have 70,000 miles? Or
No,
70 grand?
Well, hold on
It
now,
allegedly
because
has
these things did not
30,000
come
miles.
twin turbo, did they?
What?
These things did not come twin turbo.
No, absolutely not. This is
No,
all
no,
done.
no.
Look,
This
Look at
had to
those
be
exhausts.
rebuilt.
no,
Go
this. Look at this. This so 2022 dyno test put, maximum output of 824 horse and 811 foot-pounds
They
of
did
torque.
not
Yeah,
make
well,
that stock.
but
This is
my
not
point.
stock.
But my point is that like they had to rebuild this motor in order to put a second turbo on it anyway. So
Which may just
whatever.
be a clerical error.
Oh yeah, there was.
They
I was
say that
reading
on
the I was
Carfax,
reading
though.
the comments before we posted this, and there was. They think that there was a mechanic at a lube shop that like entered the mileage wrong.
Oh yeah,
And that happens a
all the
lot,
time.
Yeah.
and that really picks up a lot of car reports when people go to resell them.
Yep.
So
I feel like this one, I mean, no.
All right, so $70,000 twin
Just-
turbo, black
On the
Raven
Explorer's
paint.
title, it actually said 212,000 miles, but I know for a fact that no Explorer with a 4.0 V6 is going to live that long in Arizona.
oh, we
This
already
one,
did.
check it.
Okay, Ben, you're
I
up.
wonder what the comments were on that one. I should've
On
looked.
yours.
No, on Andrew's.
Wait, did we? Oh, we did
All
Andrews.
good.
I was just, I was
Probably.
literally just
Okay.
looking at the bidding. I was like, wow, this guy,
Oh yeah,
he
I
said he
win.
done did it.
Oh, I saw this. All right. What do you got? What'd you pull?
This is a 2023 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 convertible 2LZ
Oh, right,
Z07,
that's- yeah.
sold for $248,911 and is still in the plastic wrapper. You can't even see the car. They just have the slot open so you can open the door, and everything else is covered in wrapping paper.
So
PDI, the pre-dealer
Let's-
inspection
Damn.
stuff.
let's be clear.
Yeah, they never
because-
took all the shit on. They took this car off the truck and just left it there.
It's like keeping the Hot Wheel in
And-
the box.
Yeah, this is 100% that.
But like a buyer is going to go and buy this on the internet, sight unseen, and it's even more unseen than like the paint under every other panel could
Sight can't
there could be
see.
like rocks, pebbles. Listen, I've taken off a lot of these wrapping paper wrappers,
Yes.
and underneath them is
Damage.
some
Yes.
okay. So buying this car for that much money off these pictures is the literally dumbest thing you could ever do. And whoever bought this has like some big old balls and must
But do
be a
you
great
think they'll
gambler.
well, I mean, I was like,
Scroll
do you think
down.
they take it
Hold
off
on.
beforehand?
There's a
No,
very
they-
important distinction that we're missing out on here. This is a Z06.
7.
This is Z07. This is not the ZR1.
Oh yeah, no, this is a Z06.
This is not the
Right.
ZR1.
This
This
is like,
is not even top trim.
no. Oh, it's the
Not even the best
3LZ,
Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a regular Z06.
Pretty much, it's got
not
the
even Grand
performance
Sport.
package, and like
Looks
it's
cool.
red on tan, and all the stuff in the interior is still covered in plastic too. Like plastic doesn't make everything okay, people. You
like
don't you need to
grandma's living
understand
room.
this. Okay, you can't see the back. I guess it comes with another set of wheels
It
that
was
are a
only
different color.
150 grand new,
And
which
the
is
price new
yeah,
was
pretty good deal.
152 grand. This car came out what, I don't know, a year ago, and like this
No.
one probably got delivered. It might say it right there, actually, March maybe. That thing, is that the registration? Go up to the window sticker.
someone really wanted to.
It got
Z06
okay,
for
so
like,
it got delivered recently. And that's
Yeah,
a
buy a new
100.
one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just be patient, man.
New, it's
Come on.
152 grand. This guy paid almost 100 grand on top of that on an ad based on pictures where it's still in the wrapping paper, and that to me is
Dude.
insane.
That
They're like, we don't even know what color it is.
I dropped the mic, but it already fell.
it's it coming
And scroll
off
down the pictures. There's no they didn't take this stuff off, take pictures, and put it back on.
Dude.
It's just never been taken off. That's all the
Wait.
photos. Sure, it's a brand new
429
car, but
comments.
like, come
Damn.
on.
You got a good fight here, man.
For the new and the
Great
right.
auction, buyer and seller. Get at it. Tickle me Elmo. That's funny.
You got a good fight. I think I will put my vote on this one. That's pretty embarrassing.
Dude.
You give it 3 years, these things are going to be...
That guy's justification for
everywhere.
buying this car $100,000 over what it was originally going to be, like, we only have a short time left. It's like, buddy, come on, wait a year, man. If you
Ben, glad to see you're wise enough to have the diaper taken off and have it actually be a car. All sorts of things can unfortunately potentially happen to a car while in transport. The wrapping on this is the pre-dealer inspection wrapping. This is what the manufacturer puts all over it to hopefully protect it while
This
being
means
trucked.
this car got delivered. They never took the paper off. Somebody signed the bill of lading for the driver and said, "You're good to go."
Yep,
Oh, it was a mistake, yeah.
could have easily been. Yeah, the dealership probably didn't even really want this. The truth hurts. Just because someone is willing to pay over the MSRP for anything does not mean it is worth that price paid, except to that person. There are also people who paid MSRP for the same Z06. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone was bored
the
enough
math.
to do the math. Why pay 63.75% above MSRP, or MSRP BaT fee, though manufacturers discourage flipping, especially GM dealers?
Is this a GM deal?
Question-
Well, and these
Wait,
photos...
that's the buyer. One of those was the buyer who made a questionable
Who
decision.
sold this dealer?
Noel
or who
said
sold
that's
this car?
Already requested prep and bronze wheels installed PPF arrival. Oh, he did. He has to do it all himself.
Also, he lives in New England. Poor bastard driving
Oh.
that through potholes and the weather there. Good luck, buddy.
It doesn't matter what it looks like underneath.
You already
because
ordered
it's
all
gonna
this
be-
ceramic coating. What, you're going to ceramic coat all those rock chips into your paint?
Well,
Yeah,
and
they're
that's the
already
thing, it's
there.
like,
Yeah.
I guess when you spend $250,000 on a car that doesn't need to be spent $250,000 on,
You gotta
like you have
cope.
money to burn. Yeah, like,
No,
who
he's
cares?
gonna go to whatever Chevy dealer's local, and he's gonna get the little paint thing that you just boop on the car.
Yeah, but he's gonna go walk outside with a really dry martini and stand in his garage.
He's
and
gonna be like,
admire
I paid
his car.
$248,000 for this, and the sales porter's like, cool, man.
Yeah, he's like,
Those are
I
I
just
just
bought it
one
on Bring a
sitting right
Trailer.
yeah,
Right after
All
he,
right.
right
It still had
after,
the wrapper on it. Okay, dude, sorry about that. That sucks.
Hey, buddy,
Got
there's
done
one in the
parking a
showroom right
Huracan,
over
a
there.
Bentayga, and a Rolls Royce. He goes, "Yeah,
right
cool,
after that
Corvette."
same sales porter curbs the wheel, bringing it up to him.
That too, yeah,
That bronze wheel he's gonna have put on.
yeah,
Oh man,
yeah. All right, well, I guess it's time to vote.
pretty sure I
Benny.
win.
I think
Benny.
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 Thank you.
Unanimous decision, Benny. You win.
Job,
You're
Benny.
welcome. Thank
Well
you.
done, sir. You so far are really king of the Bring a Trailer bloopers. I think he's got the most
I mean,
wins. We'll have to go back and
I
tally him up.
don't know.
I've got the
I think he
mind.
does.
I won a bunch.
David's won, I think, a lot.
No, he won. He was by winning in one of these episodes, and he thinks he's been the king since.
Who, me? I didn't say that. Chuck said that.
No, David.
Oh,
No, David's won. We've all won plenty of times. It's an old show, you know. We've been around for years.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hard to keep track.
Crap.
Okay. What?
Race schedule.
Oh yeah, we will be posting that.
Yes, we will.
We will be posting the ads that we found, and because we are concerned they won't be up there anymore, we'll just post some screenshots if we are afraid of that. You can find that on the Facebook group if you want to. That is our show. Good night.
Good night. Have a beautiful time.